Hey fellow YouTubers, we're back again, this time with another quick tutorial. This will be pretty simple and easy, so stay tuned. We're going to be teaching you how to make some shit today. No, really. We're going to be making shit.
Hey guys, be sure to hit that subscribe button, give us a like, and let us know in the comments what you think about our videos. And if there's anything you want to see us talk about, then please let us know.
Hello YouTubers, we're back and we're going to do a quick tutorial this time. And one of our favorite things to make for the haunt scene is we like to make poop. We make poopcicles, we make turd balls, we make just loose turds that you can leave laying around or whatever. A lot of different places when we go to haunted houses have kitchen scenes, and they have everything from brains, hearts, livers, eyeballs, fingers, hands, you name it. Most people don't deal in poop, largely because on one hand it seems kind of childish and basic, and on the other hand it's kind of gross and lacks taste of some sort. But that's part of the reason why we do it, because if it's distasteful to us as haunters, then what's it going to be like when your customers see it? And these are so easy, it's not even funny. Basically what you're going to be needing today, outside of your basic things like paintbrushes and water, we get some air dry clay. We've used quite a bit of this stuff. It's very cheap. It's like $10 for a tub. Buy it at any box store. It works really, really well. Different acrylic paints that we use. You can use whatever color you want to make it just a basic turd. We usually use just one shade, maybe two of brown. We use some orange, use some green, because you want to mix it together so that it looks like whomever delivered this to you wasn't just eating one thing. It's a mixture of concoctions that pass through their system that's going to be different colors. And of course, our favorite, Bright Props grime. We usually coat that up just to give it a shine and make it look wet. Today we're going to be doing a poopcicle. So
it was just signed, sealed, fresh and delivered.
Yep, signed, sealed, fresh and delivered. Now the other thing you're going to need, and this is something you're probably going to need to order or look for. Again, when I got this, you could get it at a box store. It was real easy to find. You can probably get online and do a quick internet search and find it in the shopping portions of your search engines. But it is marketed for children as a gag toy, and it's called Poo Dough. And it comes in a package, and it comes with this mold, which you will need, and it comes with brown Play-Doh and yellow Play-Doh, and it's marketed for kids so that they can make their own turds and fool their parents, and everybody gets a good laugh and that sort of thing. You can do whatever you want to with the Play-Doh. This right here, this mold, is what you're going to need. Now, with that being said, I'm not even wearing gloves because for the most part, aside from maybe the grime, this stuff is going to be real clean, real easy to deal with, very simple to do. You take your air dry clay, and again, this stuff is cheap. You can get a whole tub of this, $10, make as many of these things as you want. What do we normally sell just a plain turd, a loose turd for like $5? So you can sell them for $5 a piece if you decide you want to sell them, or you can just make them or whatever. Take and just kind of get an appropriate amount of clay, kind of stick it in your mold, just like so.
Maybe a little bit of.
Do what?
Maybe a little bit of.
Oh, Yeah, it's a good idea to lube it up so that it makes it easier to take it out of the mold. I think this will be okay because it's already got the stuff in it.
I've already put it in there. I've already put
Okay.
it in for you.
So it's a good idea to lube it up, but that way you can get your clay out a little easier. Take your clay, close it up. It'll give you some squeeze out.
Squeeze the shit out of it.
Squeeze the shit out of it. And we will close it up, open it up, get your turd reasonably carefully, keeping in mind the more that you mess with it and the more you manhandle it right now, the less your turd is going to look like a turd. While you have it out, you might smooth your edges out like so to get rid of the line that's in there so that it doesn't look like it actually came out of a mold, but it instead looks like it came out of a butthole. And there you have it. You're going to have some lines, you're going to have some wrinkles and that sort of thing. You want that. That'll especially come in important later. This mold also comes with one mold for peanuts and one for corn if you want to include that into your turds. Generally speaking, this air dry clay, you just press it out, leave it alone, it'll dry overnight. You don't have to bake it or anything. Now, in this case, we're going to make a poopcicle. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one extra step. We like to leave the pointy end. So we'll take this end here and we'll just kind of carefully stick this into our turd. This will stay in there once it dries. And it'll harden up and it'll be one piece, and then you can go to the painting phase once it's dried out and set up and it's ready to go. So we're going to let this sit for a little while, let it dry, and then we're going to come back to it. Once it dries and it sets up overnight, then you should have a pretty decent turd. You don't want to be too rough with these because they will shatter, especially if you drop them, because it is just air dry clay. But you take care of it, you don't manhandle it, it's going to last for a little while. So anyway, the next step is to paint our turd. So I'm going to take some of our, and again, this is cheap acrylic paint. You can get it at any box store. You don't have to look real hard for it. You can paint it with just about anything, but we like cheap. Cheap is good. Take a little bit of brown and go to town on your turd.
Take it to Brown Town.
Take it to Brown Town, baby. And while we paint, we can make up all sorts of turd jokes and innuendos and all that other stuff that we want to. If you decide you want to go that next step, you can go to any number of haunt vendors. I think Froggy's Fog has them, Bright Props has them, there's several other places that have them. You can get scents, and you can scent your turds as well. Sometimes we use different shades of brown on here to kind of swirl it around, because you don't necessarily want it to be just one color. You want to give it a little different color here and there, because again, most of the time, now these look more like dog turds than people turds, but it'll pass. And usually what happens, you don't eat just one thing, you eat 2 or 3 things, and they all mix together in your stomach and make different colored marks on your turds. You can say we know our around here. I like to throw a little green in here just to make it look kind of gross, and you know, somebody's having a bad day or something, you know. And then we throw a little orange on it. Let orange in here. All I need is a dab of it, a touch of it. Dab. I don't think I'm going to get it out. Yeah. Get it in there. All right, so I'm going to take a little orange.
And we're back.
And we're back. Take a little orange. And I may dot a little here and there. And you can kind of swirl it in with some brown or whatever you want to do, just to kind of make it look a little, you know, more gross. It's okay to have a few bright spots on it because when we put the grime on it, it dulls it down.
Get a little bit of paint missing on that one side where you set it down.
And just like that, we'll let it dry. The next step, and usually this dries pretty quick, so it won't take very long. Next step is just to add a little grime to it, and then
I'd say probably about 3 or 4 minutes.
yeah, 3 or 4 minutes. It won't take long for this to dry, and then as soon as it's dried enough that we can brush over the top of it with some grime, then that'll be that. Now that we've got it dry and we're ready to go on the last step,
Try not to get it on that.
okay, we've got our handy dandy Frack Props grime, some of our favorite stuff that we like to coat our stuff with, and we're going to use that on our turd, our poopcicle.
Coat the shit out of it.
Just coat the shit out of it. In case you haven't figured it out, we have a lot of fun making these, and you will too. And there's not necessarily a wrong way to do it or a right way to do it, just whatever makes you happy. Assuming that turds make you happy. It'll make you question the kind of stuff that you do and the type of person you are and that kind of thing while you're sitting here.
The friends you have.
The friends that you have, the kind of people you interact with, you know, it'll really make you, you know, second guess a lot of things in your life. But that being what it is, you know, it's still a lot of fun. Okay, once you got your grime on there, you got it looking all nice and shiny and fresh and wet and gross, then you're pretty much done with it. You have yourself a genuine, homemade, 100% authentic poopcicle. It's ready to set up and dry and get put on the shelf, ready to be sold.
Thanks for watching Scared City production videos, and make sure you subscribe to our channel.